Good morning, Hornets, and welcome to your daily dose of Beech Grove Student News. I'm Mark.
And I'm Bree. Today we're going to take a look at cell phones in the class, upgrades to the school, vaccinations, and as always, sports.
But first, I'm going to toss it to my buddy Devin Terry for your weather weekly forecast.
Thank you, Mark. Good morning, Hornets. Your week's weather is nice and sad. Today, as you can see, is gloomy and rainy with a high of 47 and a low of 21. Tomorrow is partially cloudy with a high of 36 and a low of 30. Thursday is once again cloudy with a high of 48 and a low of 31 with a 20% chance of rain. Finally, Friday is going to be mostly cloudy with a high of 39, a low of 23, and a 10% chance of rain. That is all for this week's weather forecast. Now I'm going to toss it back to Mark and Bree for the rest of your daily news.
The school has gone through a lot of changes that some students may have not known about. John Passiano's got more.
In this day and age, many high school students are expected to have cell phones on them. While they are a great necessity for them, teachers feel like they can lead to huge distractions in their schoolwork. I talked to Ms. Pfister to find out how she felt about cell phones being used in her class.
I think phones cause a lot of problems in class. I personally find it really rude and just bad manners to have your phone out when somebody's talking to you. And more than anything, I think phones are keeping kids distracted and interfering with their learning.
I asked her if she believed that students could find the balance between work and their phones.
I think it's possible, but I think phones really need to be left for time that is not academic time or work time. I think all people would benefit of being able to separate phone time from work time, including even professionals. But I ask my kids to really manage their own phone use, and some of them are much more successful than others.
I asked Ms. Pfister why she believes students are consistently using their phones in class.
I think it's probably more of just a compulsion to constantly be checking or touching the phone. I feel like you just don't want to miss that notification that comes in, and I think it just becomes second nature to just keep picking it up and turning it on.
Hopefully, students will be able to find a good balance for their cell phone usage in the classroom. Until then, this has been Antoine McDaniels for Bgsn.
That was actually Antoine with cell phones in the classroom.
Here's John Passianos with how the school has changed over the years.
Over the past 4 years, Beech Grove High School has gone through a lot of changes, like the lunchroom being changed, the new band room, and athletic lobby, and of course, the Matt English court. I talked to senior Jalen Mitchell, who has witnessed all of these changes go by, to get a little bit more explanation.
Alright, cafeteria used to be really smaller. We had like circular tables, so it kind of felt like we was back in middle school. We was all bunched up together. It used to be boring with like no pictures and stuff like that. I felt like he was in prison basically.
I also talked to Mr. Kudre to get his point of view on the new things the high school has been doing.
Oh, I love anytime you can make a change for the better, improve the color of the paint, just aesthetics of the building. You've taken a step forward. Buildings really have some wear and tear as the years go on, so I think it's a positive movement by the school.
Every Hornet should look forward to new renovations or new things coming into Beech Grove High School. I'm John Passiano signing off from BGSN.
The 2019-2020 immunizations are in. They're required if you want to attend school next year. Devin Terry spoke with the nurse here at the high school. Here's more on what she has to say.
Good morning, Hornets. The 2019-2020 required and recommended school immunizations are in. I spoke to the nurse here at the high school to get her medical insight.
So I've been asked to share with you my thoughts on vaccinations. I think they are very important. They prevent a lot of deadly diseases. We are proof that they work as a country because we have very few deaths from these non-vaccinated diseases. However, in other countries where the vaccinations are not available, there are still a lot of people who die from these diseases. So get vaccinated. It can be painful to get that shot in your arm. However, it's worse to have a deadly disease, and it is a lot cheaper too to just go get the shot in your arm and be done with it.
Right now you are looking at grades 8 through 12. I'm not saying you have to get every single one of these, but these are the required and the recommended for the 2019-2020 school year. And that is all I have for you. I am Devin Terry with BGSN. Have an absolutely wonderful afternoon.
Now let's toss over to Mal for sports.
Hello Hornets and welcome back to BGSN Sports. In Pacers news, they won their 6th game in a row last night when they defeated the Hornets 99-90. Miles Turner led the team in scoring with 18 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. The reigning Eastern Conference Player of the Week, Bojan Bogdanovic, had 14 points and 2 rebounds. Overall, 5 Pacers players scored in double digits. The Pacers are currently 38-19 and still third in the Eastern Conference. The Pacers' next game is tomorrow when they host the conference-leading Milwaukee Bucks. In baseball news, pitchers and catchers report today, but still neither of baseball's biggest free agents have signed. Spring training is coming up soon, and Bryce Harper and Manny Machado still don't have a team. Both of them have been courted by teams, but neither have signed. Point guard Jordan Brickley has been on a recent hot streak with 18 in his last game. I asked him about what has kept him focused.
The 2019 basketball season is nearing the end and unfortunately is eliminated from winning conference. However, they still have a chance at sectionals. Point guard Jordan Brickley has performed well over the past few games with 18 points, 11 points, 10 points, and countless charges and steals. I asked him on what he has kept his focus on working hard.
Well, at the start of the season, I started off with a bad attitude, and then I kind of just quit and started playing smart basketball, started playing hard like I usually do, and
I then asked manager of the basketball team, Cody Sterra, on how Jordan's playing has improved the whole team's.
His steals and just taking the charges and stuff has really boosted momentum for the team and really got them rolling in the game.
The last question I asked Jordan Brickley was how he's been practicing harder to improve his game.
Well, at practice I work very hard. I don't cut corners. Basically just push my teammates and they push me, and basically that's what we do for each other.
Let's hope his performance can spark the teams as they enter sectionals later on. I'm Malachi McGuire for Beech Grove Student News.
Girls tennis is back in action soon. Tiana went and talked to senior Mackenzie Poindexter for more.
Beech Grove girls tennis will be back in action sooner than you know it. I went and talked to senior Mackenzie Poindexter with more.
You should join tennis because it's just fun and it's an easy way to make new friends and have new experiences and just get yourself out there. So tennis usually starts at 3:30, and so we get out there and we just start hitting, and then we wait until the coaches get there, and then we usually run 2 laps around the courts, and then after that we do our little stretches or whatever, and then we go separate with whatever coach they say. The call-out meeting is on Wednesday at 2:15 in Miss Taft's room in I don't know what room number it is, down there by the stairs. We are just talking about when practices start and our uniforms, and so if you are interested at all, just come and see if you would maybe like it.
Check your emails for more information on the call-out meeting tomorrow after school. From Bgsn, I'm Tiana.
We look forward to Friday where the Hornets will play Triton Central. That's all for sports. Back to you guys.
That's all for your daily dose of Beech Grove Student News.
Teachers, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and that bell icon to get notified when we go live.
Also, make sure to follow us on all social medias at BG Student News. I'm Mark Hickey.
And I'm Bree Abney. Have a terrific Tuesday, Hornets, and a wonderful rest of your week.